time to take a stance. Let's talk politics with Mr. Lance. Mr. Lance, wait. And you know you can't miss when you got Chris. Georgia, you ready? Let's talk politics. Politics is some things that we're trying to fix, trying to build an economy that's gonna serve the community. Tight rope, how we balance it. We've been faced with such challenges. It's gonna take us all to unite to repair all these damages.
Hey, we're back with Let's Talk Politics. My name is Lance, and guess what? If you're in Henry County, Gwinnett County, DeKalb County, and Fulton County, we're talking to you. This is our podcast, and guess what? This special segment has the Mayor Pro Tem from College Park. Let's hear it for Mayor Pro Tem, Councilwoman, Reverend. How you doing? Good to be here. Now, how long have you been in College Park?
I have actually been in College Park since 2016, so it's actually 9 years. So
Wow.
It'll be 10 years next year.
I was reading, and I might be wrong, but they said College Park formed its name because at one time they had a lot of different parks in that particular vicinity, and it was a contest. And I read this in the book, and it was a contest, and the lady said, well, we have a college down the street, which I don't know which one they're talking about, and we have some parks. Let's name it College Park. And the name stuck. And that's the story I've heard, but I'm your neighbor in East Point. Tell me, you've been there 9 years.
Yes, 9 years.
Now, how long have you been on the council?
I've been on the council, this is my 19th month.
Wow. So new, so fresh.
I'm brand new. I'm brand spanking new.
You brand spanking too, and you've already eclipsed to the Mayor Pro Tem.
Yeah.
What actually made you run? What put that bug like, this is my time, this is my moment?
Well, again, this is my 9th year, but I hit the ground running when I got to College Park. I'd never lived in a community like College Park. It was really very, very friendly, very open. I came as a chaplain. I was a chaplain for Henry County. I had met with the police chief before my husband and I had our house built there, and they didn't have a chaplaincy program.
Oh, wow.
So before we even closed on our home, I was already making provision to begin to do work in the city of College Park, doing the SOP for the chaplaincy program for the police and then later fire departments. So I just came in there entrenched in this community, loving this community. But as you love a community and you serve in a community, you start seeing needs in that community. So after I had started the chaplaincy program about 2 years later, I was put on the Business Industrial Development Authority for the city.
That's called BIDA.
BIDA.
That's called BIDA.
That's
continue.
Right.
Yes.
So, and I served on that for approximately 5 years. But in the midst of even doing that, so first I come in and I see one perspective from the police department, and really I was a chaplain not just to support the police, but to also ensure that our police were doing community policing with the community and not, harassing or any time, so my reason for becoming a chaplain was twofold. I wanted to support the police, but I also wanted to make sure that our police were utilizing strategies that were respectful and of our community.
And I want to take a step back for some of the viewing audience, because this thing is going to be all over the hemisphere.
Okay.
College Park is nestled, what we call the Tri-Cities.
Tri-Cities.
You have the airport, the Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, and that's in Clayton County and Fulton County.
Yes. And
inside Fulton County, there's a city called College Park, Hateville, and East Point. That's called the Tri-Cities. If I remember correctly, East Point is about 39,000. College Park's about 17, 18, 20,000. And Hateville's about 7 to 10,000. That's the Tri-Cities, but which makes College Park so unique because you actually have the airport in there, and it's a bedroom community as well. And there's 4 council members. Is that correct?
4 council members. Yes,
and
sir.
you serve what ward? And I'm gonna yield and let you elaborate on what College Park is about.
I serve the citizens of Ward 1. Ward 1 is that area, the downtown College Park district, where Main Street. Starts over there at
Thanks for the
Vesta.
gazebo.
That's right.
Yes.
And so we start at Vesta on Main Street, and then we run all the way down to Camp Creek, to where the Enterprise car lot is. And then we go back all the way to Washington Road. The golf course is not in my ward. A lot of people think it is.
And you have a golf course.
But we do have a golf course. I still claim it. So what, Joe Carn?
Yeah.
But so all of the city offices, the main offices for the city hall, is located in my ward. So it's a very busy, active. The historic College Park district is mainly in my ward. Some of it is also across the tracks. And I do have a part of the ward that's across Main Street, across the tracks, and neighboring right there on Woodward Academy. So I house a piece, the lower school of
and you have, you just
so
said
I've got
Woodward
part
Academy.
of
That's
Woodward
like
Academy.
one of the number one private schools
That's
around.
right. That's right.
Yes.
So
Tier 1.
it's interesting because when College Park was named College Park, we had Cox College, which is where our city hall lawn now is. But then we also, during that time, we housed the Georgia Military Academy, which later became Woodward Academy. So it's a historic district, but it's also like a booming, district. When people leave the airport, they come over to eat on Main Street. So they stay in our hotels.
That's great. We'll get to that. But in your tenure of 19 months, what's some of the signature legislation that you helped usher through?
Okay, there's a lot of things that we did that I'm proud of. I think one of the things that I'm the most proud of, because I really am an advocate for senior citizens, and we're really believing that this is going to pass at the November 4th election, is that we were able to establish a tax exemption for all senior citizens in our city that are homeowners based on age and not income.
I remember that.
And to me, that's one of the things that I am most proud of for us as a council, because once you get to be a senior, there should be some things that just come, that are given to you. So.
And you're right, and College Park does have a lot of legacy residents, and it means a lot in a lot of different movements, a lot of people moving in, but it needs a lot that they hear you and you're doing something for them.
Exactly.
Now, you mentioned, because you are located by the airport, and I am representing the hotel industry. Can you explain the hotel motel tax and how you guys utilize it?
Sure.
Some of the ways.
Our budget for 2025-26 for the city of College Park, and actually we have less than 14,000 people.
I was beefing it up.
I know. But you know what? Yeah. Speak the faith. Okay. We're becoming 18,000 every day now. So we basically, we have a $220 million budget, but of that $220 million, the bulk of that money comes from hotel, motel, car rental taxes. I'm talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. Over $100 million coming from that. So we really do rely on tourism for our budget. And so the tourists, we call those dollars TPD funds, tourist product development funds, and of course enterprise funds as well. And so those are funds that we cannot use that to pay police officers or salaries for the persons in City Hall. We're not paying for our utility persons through there. But this allows us as a city to really do the other types of things, like making sure putting them back into the building structure. We also get the most tax monies and SPLOST that also helps us as well. So, but it's a big lion's share that comes as the result of having, right now we're at 38, but we are getting ready to close. We're getting ready to do a grand opening for a new hotel next week in College Park. So
I heard
the 4 Points.
I heard that.
4 Points by Sheridan.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Also in reference to the hotel motel tax, you guys, because you have so many hotels and car rental space in there, you have a hospitality district. Is that correct?
We are a hospitality district.
That's what it's called, but it's something designated. It's a certain area. What's it called? Hospitality?
What we consider to be our hospitality district is mainly in Ward 2. Ward 2 comes into, so 6 West, when we start talking about 6 West, which is this 311-acre development that we are
your crown
working with.
jewel, yes.
Yes.
Push it through, girl.
So
Push it
that's
through,
in
yes.
my ward. That's in
Yes.
Ward 1 and Ward 2. So part of that is going to be in the hospitality district. We've got the golf course is in the hospitality district. The GICC, the Georgia International Convention Center, our Gateway Arena. Until last year, we had the second largest conference facility in the state of Georgia.
You sure did, and that's also some of the benefits of the hotel motel tax. They go into that as well. And now let's talk about BIDA.
Okay.
Educate the viewers what BIDA is and how important it is for College Park. And you got a lot of good things coming.
Okay, BIDA is the Business Industrial Development Authority for the city of College Park. It was created by a constitutional amendment. So it's a state, it was put together by the state of Georgia, but we operate in conjunction with the city of College Park. So I'm actually, as the Mayor Pro Tem, I serve on BIDA. So I came back to BIDA. When I was a citizen, I was on BIDA for, like I said, approximately 5 years. And then now, as the Mayor Pro Tem, I become a voting member again.
Is it different coming back with this as a different lens now that you're a council member, Mayor Pro Tem?
It is, but because I was on there as a citizen for so many years, and I come back, I see both sides, but I'm also very mindful of the community and the role that the community plays in BIDA. So I really believe that I think I'm one of the only elected officials that we have that has served on BIDA, and then as a citizen. You know, most of them serve when they're Mayor Pro Tem. So it's kind of being on both of those lenses. But BIDA is instrumental because if the city of College Park wants to purchase land or sell the land that we own, we have to do it. We do it through BIDA. It becomes that vehicle. It also is a vehicle for us to do development for the city as well. Now, if we didn't have BIDA, we'd have to have a referendum every time we wanted to and then have the whole city come and vote. But what we have done with BIDA is we take a member from each district of the city, plus the mayor serves, and then we have an at-large person. And so you have city civilian representatives that become those voting members to make those decisions about selling land. So it's kind of similar to being on city council because, with city council, every single thing that's on that agenda, if we didn't have a council, every time the city decided to spend money or make a decision, we'd have to have an election.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? And so what you do is you get these elected representatives that represent that piece of the city. And it's the same thing with BIDA. Every council member appoints a person to serve on BIDA. But then we also have the mayor and the mayor pro tem and at large.
And I tell you what, I've been monitoring BIDA, and I monitor a lot of different, and I'm familiar with a lot of different business development districts that throughout the county and throughout the state. And I can tell you that at the end of the day, BIDA gets the work done.
It does.
You guys, you really get the work done, and I like the way. And shout out to the mayor,
Motley Broom.
She just became GMA president.
GMA
so
president.
Give her a shout out to that.
Yes.
On that, and I tell you, your other colleagues, Joe and the other ones, you guys always find a way to meet in the middle. It takes a minute to get there.
That's
you guys,
a nice
how often do you guys meet? Let them know so they can follow you.
We have our meetings the first and the third Mondays of each month, and we start at 6:00 with the workshop session, and then 7:30 we begin our regular session meeting. Yeah.
But now, once you leave the meetings, I'm a former city councilman, and I get it. So once you leave the meetings, so the real work starts. What is a normal week for Mayor Pro Tem?
Well, I'm a very active mayor pro tem.
You're out there.
Yeah,
really out
this
there.
is pretty much I've dedicated my full time to this part-time pay job, and it's really not even a part-time pay job because there are part-time people that are making way more. So it's I don't look at it as a job.
No.
So for me, it is pretty much meeting with citizens, meeting with vendors. a lot of my first year has been even getting contracts because we are looking at doing things differently in the city of College Park. So I have brought on a team of persons that work with me. I was the first person to have a full-time legislative assistant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then the council voted to actually bring it in. Actually, I had a part-time. Let me get it. Myself and Councilwoman Arnold. We came on and we wanted to do some things differently, and so we both brought on, and then we took that part-time position to full-time position, and then the rest of this council did it as well, because there's so much that goes on and that needs to happen in the city of College Park. It's a very complex, multifaceted city. We're not just the average 14,000 growing to 18,000 members city. We have the world's busiest airport right there with us. And then we have all of these different projects that are constantly going on. So I wanted to make sure that there was follow through. I have a person on my team who just oversees the different projects that I'm doing. So we have a team meeting every week. We're always working on a project of some sort, maybe dealing with our seniors, our youth. Right now we have a youth civic leadership academy that will go into their final week next week. I also, so it's citizens responding to citizens. I do a tour every week of my ward.
You do a tour?
Yes.
Okay.
I do a physical tour, and I get law enforcement. They actually take us, and then we will have somebody from Public Works that'll usually come along with us. One of my assistants or interns will usually come, and we'll ride around in the ward, and we start looking and identifying areas where it might be a situation with trash. The last few weeks, our concern has been trees, sidewalks. So your former city that you served, East Point, has really put us to shame with sidewalks, and so that is something that is a priority. So and what I'll do is when I go on these tours, I usually have a citizen that I'm going to call in advance because I'm letting them know I'm getting ready to come out and I'm bringing sanitation or I'm bringing Public Works, and I want you to talk to them. So
you bring government right to the people.
I bring government right to the people.
That is good government. Let me tell you something. This young lady does it right. This is a microcosm of how good government works. In 19 months, not even 2 years, she's leading with her heart.
Thank you, Lance.
That's what I see. We're going to close up. Anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
I just want to say that I do believe that public service should be public service. If you don't want to serve your public, don't run for office.
That's right.
If you want to be a celebrity or you just want to be known and have your own accomplishments, go into entertainment, okay? But if you really care about a community, you have to be willing to roll up your sleeves and get the work done. And I do see that happening in College Park. I'm not just talking about myself. There are other committed leadership in our city, and I think that is what's going to really make the difference in our cities and our city. So I am very, very honored to have been hired by the people of my city to serve in my ward, and I look forward to the days to come.
As my granddaddy say, I'm picking up what you're dropping, girl. I really am. I want to close out and really just thank the establishment that we're here. This is the 12 Atlantic Station, one of the most beautiful boutique hotels here in Atlanta. Please, if you want to do a staycation or if you're just coming to Atlanta, check out the 12. We have 2 locations, downtown and Atlanta Station, and one of the best places to eat, Allura Bistro. Check us out. The food is scrumptious, and guess what? We are about to take a break and partake in some of that good food. Thank you so much for Let's Talk Politics. If you're in DeKalb County, Gwinnett County, College Park, East Point, Savannah, Macon, we're coming to you. We're going to raise your voice so you can be more engaged. Thank you for being on Let's Talk Politics podcast.
It's time to take